My dear friend, will you please settle down long enough to tell us what you're trying to accomplish? Also, who our other guest is. I assume you believe he is the murderer.
Well, naturally. And I'd like it all to seem quite every day, you understand? I mean, nothing prearranged.
All right. Well, assuming we all act our parts perfectly and convince the man he sees Miss Ferguson's ghost, what then?
Well, I can't say for certain. Naturally, I hope it'll cause him to incriminate himself some way. But it's only an experiment. I mean, it may not work.
But if he's really guilty, do you suppose he'll come here tonight, the very anniversary of the day he committed the crime?
Yes, I told him I'd got some new evidence that I wanted to discuss with him. It'd look bad if he refused, wouldn't it? Well, that must be our man now.
But you still haven't told us who it is.
Well, the nephew, John Bedford, of course. He was the only one with a real motive. But he has a girl who's infatuated with him, and she swears he was with her all that evening. We could never...
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Now, remember, we've only just got here.
Mr. Yes, John. Right. I heard about you. They were still talking about that catch you made against Harrow when you fell in somebody's veal and ham pie.
Oh, by Jove, Major, those are beautiful birds.
Yes, I was lucky last week. I bagged a brace of partridge and 2 pheasant at Leadenhall Market.
I should say we're the lucky ones. And after that soup, too. I must say your cook does you proud, Major.
Yes, they do look rather edible, don't they?
Oh, by the way, I meant to ask you what this new development was before dinner was announced.
Oh, it can wait till later. Nothing too significant, as a matter of fact.
I don't know whether Inspector Brent told you or not, but my aunt was murdered in this house. Here in this room, in fact.
Not really. Must be a dreadful shock, a thing like that.
Yes, it was. It was on a night something like this, as I recall it. About 2 years ago. In fact, it was exactly 2 years ago, wasn't it?
So it was. 2 years ago tonight.
2 years ago, and you still haven't discovered the murderer, really. Oh, boy, no wonder you've retired.
Oh, you mustn't blame the inspector. He and his men worked very hard indeed. I can tell you that. In fact, they glanced at me once or twice. I was my aunt's sole heir, you know.
Ah, no, my boy, that was purely routine. One must pursue every possible angle, you know. That's part of the job.
Of course, I understand.
No, I don't have to concern myself with that sort of thing any longer. Though, of course, I still have an interest in this case.
By the way, what does a retired Scotland Yard inspector do when he retires?
If I tell you, you'll get a good laugh.
Now you'll have to tell us.
Well, as a matter of fact, I've grown quite interested in bird watching.
Oh, not really.
Yes, I have a small place in the country now, you know, and a neighbour of mine, a widow, first introduced me.
Oh, now I understand bird watching, he calls it.
No, actually, you don't understand. You see, it isn't half as easy as it appears. You'd be surprised at the number of people who become intrigued by it. So, a great many worthwhile qualities are called into play. Planning based on knowledge and experience, a considerable amount of care and stealth, and the most acute observation and attention to detail, of course. Tell me, have you ever birdwatched?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't. However, Is that your dog?
Dog? What dog?
Well, didn't you hear one bark just then?
Why, no.
I didn't hear anything.
I must have been wrong.
Well, I'm afraid I could never work up any enthusiasm for such a strenuous pastime as you've just... Hello, what's the matter?
Oh, just the gas pressure. It drops off this way now and again for some reason. Something wrong with the gasworks, no doubt. I suppose we're lucky it never goes quite out.
Ah, the advances of modern civilization. I sometimes believe we'd be better off without these modern conveniences.
The gas seems to be down again, sir. Shall I bring more candles?
Oh, no, I think not, thank you. It's rather cozy.
Very good, sir.
But you might go and see what that is, will you?
Yes. The front door had blown open, sir.
Really, I can't see why I spend this time of the year in England. I'd be better off to pack up and go to Italy and let them get on without me.
Come now, what about your public?
Oh, my public is a conglomeration of self-appointed Shakespearean authorities, half-witted intellectuals and just plain dolts. And of course, I'd absolutely die without them.
Yes, I dare say. By the way, do you think the caliber of your public reflects the player, or would you say it's just the nature of the brute?
Well, that's an underhanded question, Inspector, and I shan't answer it.
Rewarding life?
Rewarding? Oh, yes. The vicious barbs of critics whose opinions reflect the state of their digestion rather than an intelligent appreciation of the play. The irrational antics of leading ladies, such as the incident which occurred when we were in rehearsal for Hamlet. The actress playing Ophelia, whom we need not name, I think, refused to start rehearsal on Thursday because her astrologer informed her that it clashed with her sign. She was quite adamant about it. So we had to wait until the following Monday, and she really wasn't worth all the trouble. She was far too old for the part. Then there's one's exploitation by ungrateful managers, the malicious gossip, lunatic adulations. Oh, indeed, the rewards are many. And, of course, nothing else could ever take its place.
What about those first nights when the audience stands and cheers you? When they won't let you go at all, but keep you coming back for one curtain call after another?
Ah, yes, that's what makes it rewarding, of course. There's no price too high to pay for just a... I say, is something the matter?
No. Nothing, only...
Now, what is it, my boy?
Don't you see it?
See it? Well, see what? Are you feeling all right, old chap? I say, what is it?
I'm all right, thank you. It's only... Can't you see her? Well, what's the matter with you? Can't you see her when she's right in front of your eyes?
Go away! Get out! Get out of here! You can't threaten me, I'm not having it, so go away! Get out of here, do you hear me? Get out, whoever you are, or I'll kill you again!
So it wasn't a ghost after all. All right, Inspector, your trick worked.
You may come in, Sergeant Bolton.
Mr. Bedford, it's my duty to arrest you and charge you with the murder of Miss Eleanor Ferguson. I must also caution you that anything you say may be written down and may be used in evidence. You'll have to come along, sir.
Here you are, Bedford. Very nice, Miss Thorpe.
I'm sorry, I was delayed.
What do you mean?
I've only just this second arrived. Am I too late?